You know Dewey's Bakery for its iconic sweets and treats, the sugar cakes, the thin cookies, and the cake squares, especially on Mondays when you can get one of those delectable squares for free. But during these hot months, you can't forget about the ice cream. Made from scratch and featuring all your favorite flavors, Dewey's ice cream is the perfect way to beat the heat this summer. And what do we always tell you about Dewey's? It's the place for all of life's celebrations. And in the summer, that means weddings. Since 1930, Dewey's has been crafting delicious wedding cakes, plus custom cupcakes and groom's cakes. Team up with one of their celebration specialists to find the perfect fit for your special day. To get started, just email cake@deweys.com or swing by the Thruway location in Winston-Salem. And for any of your everyday cravings, you can also visit the store at Renolda Manor or at Friendly Shopping Center in Greensboro. Dewey's, celebrate every day.
All right, partygoers, welcome back to Zero Dark Nerdy, the galaxy's most average pop culture podcast, brought to you by the Believe Podcast Network, betonline.ag, our good friends over at Sailfish Comics, with 3 amazing locations for you here in North Carolina, one in Winston-Salem, one in Concord, and one right here at our home base in Greensboro, North Carolina, across from Best Buy. Be sure to hit them up for all your comic book, graphic novel, and action figure needs, especially on New Comic Book Wednesday. Let's not forget Scotty the Body Springer for all of your entertainment and DJ needs for weddings, corporate events, and so much more. Available in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. You can find him at topropeentertainment.com. That is all one word, topropeentertainment.com. Of course, Yes Weekly, Golden Ticket Cinemas, our favorite movie theater here in Greensboro, the old Brassfield Cinemas, restored, fully operational, and incredibly amazing. And let's not forget the good folks over at Yes Weekly. This is your boy Brian, a.k.a. El Nino, and today I am joined with
Jordan, a.k.a. Baby Knife.
All right. So it's the weekend. We got to see this movie on Thursday night, and we have a lot of things to say about it. Superman just came out, the highly anticipated, not DC debut per se for James Gunn, because we all know he did Suicide Squad, the second version of it. But as one of the new leaders of the DC universe, this really kind of kicks things off. So we're going to be talking about highlights, things that we weren't so crazy about, and, of course, give our overall score. As always, a big shout out to Golden Ticket Cinemas. We saw it there Thursday night for the 8:30 showing. And, here we go. It's been a lot of stuff on social media, a lot of reviews. A lot of people love it. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people calling it woke. You just can't make anyone happy nowadays. But, Jordan, what was your first take on the film as we saw it? And by the way, happy birthday, Bailey. So it was Bailey B's birthday on Friday. So we went Thursday night as part of her birthday gift. So just want to give a big happy birthday shout out to B. She joined us on the Thunderbolts episode.
Yes.
So be sure to check that out if you haven't already, especially with Fantastic Four coming out in a couple weeks. And we do dive into Fantastic Four and the new phase of the MCU in that episode. So if you've not checked out the Thunderbolts video, please, or podcast, please be sure to do that.
Yeah. So I loved it. I don't know much about DC. I mean, in comparison to Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know anything about Superman. I mean, I've seen, what was the Superman?
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel. I've seen that. It's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it was good.
I took you to the theaters to see that.
Yeah, and Batman is more of a new love for me. I do, of course, love the Dark Knight and stuff, but I'll be honest, it was because of the villain performances in those Batman movies, like Bane and obviously Heath Ledger's Joker. They're great movies to me. Just for that reason. I mean, they're great movies, period, but the villains are kind of what I liked about them more than Batman the character. And now I'm a pretty big Batman fan because of like the new Robert Pattinson Batman, the whole tone of it. And so I'm just now kind of getting more into DC and like reading some of the comics. Like I've been reading Absolute Wonder Woman is really cool, but like that's literally it so far. And then so we went to see Superman. And I had kind of high expectations just because James Gunn, and I love Guardians. Those are, some of my favorite Marvel movies of all time and favorite superhero group. And just, he did so well capturing those characters and that team. So I did kind of have some, high expectations and they were definitely met. It was everything you would expect from like a James Gunn take on superheroes, I guess. It was fun. It was hilarious. It had its serious moments, like serious themes and undertones, but it was just so lighthearted and like just such a blast to watch. Like it was just fun. And so like I think we both said like we both have not smiled that much at like a movie, and especially a superhero movie like that, in a long time.
Yeah.
It's just awesome. Like the characters are great. All the villains and whatnot, even though it's kind of a lot going on, like it's awesome. It's a good like throwing us into like Superman's world. It was just like I loved it. I haven't like loved a movie this much in a long time as far as like new movies go. But yeah, I thought it was awesome. I think a lot of people are going to get more excited about James Gunn kind of taking the reins at DC. I have seen like a lot of controversy about this is woke propaganda, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, who cares? It's overwhelmingly been positive like reviews and like I have not seen much hate on it yet besides the whole political nonsense of it being woke whatever, but get over it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Sean Gunn, which is James Gunn's brother, he did say like it is political, like it kind of is political, and take that how you'll take it, but just get over it and just enjoy the movie for what it is. And if it strikes a chord or if it hits a nerve, maybe do some reevaluating, maybe do some thinking.
Check yourself.
Yeah. About like society and just caring for people, because at the end of the day, this movie is just about loving everybody, caring for everybody, finding everybody beautiful.
Yeah.
Like that's what makes Superman punk rock, like they say in this movie. And I love that line. I don't know it exactly, but Lois was like, I used to be a punk rock kid. Like this isn't for me. And he's like, what if punk rock is the opposite, as in like just loving people and like trusting people, whereas Lois like can't trust people and whatnot.
Yeah.
He's like, what if trusting people and finding beauty and everything is punk rock? And I love that. I love that theme of this movie because it's so like relevant and needed as a reminder at this time to like be like Superman in that regard. Like want to save everybody, want to bring the world together. So if that's too like woke agenda for you, it doesn't sound like you're a great person.
No, no, you don't have to listen to this podcast either.
The political message is be kind to everybody. Yeah. So and immigrants included in that, everybody included in that. And so, yeah. I mean, I loved it for just everything. Yeah. Just everything that the movie was. It was just an awesome, fun time. I laughed a lot. All the characters were so great. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
So, yeah, I went in, even keel, right? I tried to do this. If you haven't checked it out, we did 28 Years Later and Sinners in a double feature episode. We both had different feelings about it, and I went in there like super, super high expectations. This one, I'm like, I'm just here to enjoy the movie. And if you go in already trying to compare it to Christopher Reeves or the Snyderverse, you're automatically failing. Like, not everything has to be a competition, and you could like the Snyderverse as well as this movie. It's not one of those things to where you have to like one or the other. Unfortunately, we are in a society right now where you have to pick a side. And it's unfortunate. And it comes to entertainment, sports, politics, the whole 9 yards. And you can like multiple sports teams. You can like a lot of stuff. It does not matter. Life is too short. Have fun, live a little. So as Jordan said, I was smiling ear to ear from beginning to end. I did not find a dull moment in the movie at all. If anything, I definitely wanted a little bit more, but it is a James Gunn film, and since even before Guardians, but I will say, let's just say Guardians, for example, he took an IP that wasn't the most popular Marvel IP and honestly made it into one of the best Marvel IPs. Volume 3, it wasn't the greatest of the 3, but it was still pretty damn good. And 1 and 2 were fantastic. I mean, of all trilogies, whether superhero based or not, Guardians is up there for me in my top 5. Yep. And I'm talking Godfather, just a lot of stuff. Even though Godfather 3 definitely needed some work, but the Guardians trilogy, and it's so hard to do a sequel, let alone a trilogy, is still top 5 for me. So with that being said, I thought David how do you say it?
I think Corenswet.
Yeah,
Corenswet?
David. Yeah, Corenswet, however you say it. Sorry, David. Was phenomenal as Superman. And this is more kind of like, and especially with the intro, it tells you in the beginning how many years Metahumans has been around, how long Superman's been around, how long he's actually been Superman. So this is still like, it kind of reminded me of the Batman, where it was like year 2 for the Batman, like Robert Pattinson Batman, where he's still kind of finding his legs per se. I think this is like year 3, if I'm not mistaken, of him being Superman. So he's going to make mistakes. And to be honest with you, Superman, even in the comics, is not a perfect person. And let's face it, it wouldn't be fun on screen if he's not getting his ass kicked a little bit. Like, he's not Homelander from The Boys. Like, he is vulnerable. He can bleed. He's still learning a lot of stuff. And, really, I think he gave us, besides Christopher Reeves, the more, and to backtrack real quick, I do think Henry Cavill played a phenomenal Superman. And I really enjoyed the Snyderverse. I did. Not so much the Aquaman films and this and the other, but as far as like Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Zack Snyder's Justice League, I thought were really good films. So with that being said, Henry, you were a phenomenal Superman, and can't wait to see what you do next. This was just a fun movie from beginning to end. Like, bring the kids. It is PG-13. There is some cursing. Guy Gardner, who is the Green Lantern that we get in this, has some gigantic middle fingers that show up in a very fun scene towards the end of the movie. So it is, I don't want to say a hard PG-13, but it is PG-13. I saw a couple people posting online about, there's some swearing and this and the other. Like, it's not rated PG. It's rated PG-13. So, again, James Gunn just doesn't miss. I thought Metamorpho, played by Anthony Carrigan, who we know from Barry, was great. If anything, for me, this movie could have gone longer because I wanted more. And that is a great film in my eyes. If I want more, and it's not like an hour and a half film, like this was just over 2 hours, then I feel like that's the makings of a good film. Like, even, some undercover great performances. I thought Jimmy Olsen, played by Skylar Gazondo, I believe it is, who is from Righteous Gemstones, he was undercover awesome as Jimmy Olsen. Like, there was a lot of characters that I wish they would have fleshed out a little bit more. I would have liked to see a little bit more about Rick Flag Sr., which is played by Frank Grillo, who's been fantastic. If you haven't seen Boss Level, he was Crossbones in the MCU. He's been in a lot of phenomenal movies. So, yes, there is some complaints, but let me tell you, Mr. Terrific, I felt stole the show.
He's definitely a crowd favorite. He should
100%, 100%. I came into this not knowing a lot about Mr. Terrific or Hawkgirl. I knew a little bit about the Guy Gardner version of Green Lantern, and really how he's a dickhead. And and Nathan
So good.
Fillion did a great job of playing him, especially with that horrible haircut. And I mean, let's not forget Nicholas Holt, you know, as Lex Luthor. I thought he was great. Like, yeah, he came off a little bit as a billionaire crybaby, but he also came off, and that's what Lex Luthor is. Like, he's pissed off that he doesn't get all the love.
Yeah.
And he wants the recognition, and he even says it in the movie, of the Einsteins of the world, of the Galileos, of all these people. And then he has this alien come down and gets all the love that he's supposed to be getting. So, yeah, I absolutely just love the film. I can't wait to see it again. I'd love to see it in IMAX. You know, so that's pretty much my take on it. Like, I definitely wanted a little bit more. But beginning to end, I just absolutely adored the film. I will say, for James Gunn, who's very well known for his soundtracks, in particular Guardians of the Galaxy, this one definitely lacked in the music.
There wasn't a huge soundtrack.
No.
It was very score heavy.
Very, very score heavy.
It was a good score, a great score.
Yeah. Which is what DC's known for, you know.
Yeah.
And I get it, but the one track, and it came on at the end. At the end, Punk Rocker by the Teddy Bears and Iggy Pop. I listened to it 3 times on the way home.
Yeah.
I remember making a playlist with the song. I forgot about the song completely.
Me too.
And it was just a perfect way to end the film. And even like his parents played like the cutest role.
Adorable, yeah.
Just so adorable.
Southern sweetheart, or Midwestern sweetheart, right? From Kansas.
Yeah.
Midwestern
Smallville.
Yeah.
So, you know, but they didn't steal a lot of the limelight, which is good. It was just like, it was just a good film for even as much as it had, with the extra characters, with, you know, not really so many villains and this, that, and the other. It just had a lot of heart, a lot really great messaging. You know, this to me, it wasn't like, I wasn't watching it like, oh, this is like a political agenda for everybody to be nice to each other. If that's the political agenda, then, you know, I'm good with it. But it did not seem like this was politically driven at all whatsoever. It was just a good Superman film.
If it'll spark a conversation about reevaluating, just being kind to one another.
Yeah.
Maybe thinking about the, you know, causes and repercussions of war, of being kind to immigrants, of being kind to your fellow Americans, everyday people. Like, okay, I'm glad it sparked the conversation for that. I'm glad that it had those, like, you know, undertones and repercussions online. Like, I'm glad people are kind of talking about what it means to, like, be like Superman. Yeah. Like, how political is it just to be kind? And it kind of is political now, just because how crazy things are in the world.
There's nothing like summertime here in the North Carolina Triad. And when it comes to the season's can't-miss events, at the top of the list is the Coal Pit Live Music Series at Incendiary Brewing in downtown Winston-Salem. And this year, our wonderful partners at the Ginther Group are proud to sponsor it to help provide unforgettable fun all summer long. The 2025 schedule begins on May 31st and runs all the way through Incendiary's 7th anniversary party on September 13th. If you visit theginthergroup.com or follow them on Facebook and Instagram, you'll be able to see the details on every upcoming show, along with any special promotions. Again, a huge shout out to the Ginther Group Real Estate for sponsoring this year's Coal Pit Live series at Incendiary Brewing. And a great way to join us in helping to say thank you, just keep them in mind for all your real estate needs. It's one simple phone call, 336-283-8689, or just one simple click to theginthergroup.com. It's time to get serious about your financial future. It's never too early, but it could be too late to get started. And that's oftentimes the hardest part, getting started. How much do I save? Where do I invest? Do I save for college or retirement? How much for each? And who do I talk to about it all? Okay, we'll keep things simple for now and help you answer the last one. We recommend you begin with a local financial advisor. And that's Jennifer Johnson of 3 Magnolias Financial Advisors. She'll sit down with you for a complimentary introductory consultation and go over all of your questions. Get started on the path to achieving your financial goals. Visit 3magnoliasfinancialadvisors.com or call 336-701-1600. Get comfortable with your financial future. 3 Magnolias Financial Advisors. Retirement, financial planning, and investments. Securities offered through Private Client Services. Member FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through 3 Magnolias Financial Advisors. 3 Magnolias Financial Advisors and Private Client Services are not affiliated. Private Client Services is under separate ownership from any other named entity.
Yeah, again, it's definitely not like, that's not like, they're not like shoving a message in your face about
Right. Right.
like anything going on in the like particular circumstances in the world. It's
Exactly.
just, it happens to like make you think of things that are relevant. And that is also a sign of a good movie. A good movie, to me at least. I like movies that like will reflect like real things going on a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a really good feel good movie. It is a feel good movie to just watch if you want to feel good. Like, self-explanatory.
If you want to go into a movie and not have all these ideas of what the comic books say, what the Snyderverse did, you just want to go in and enjoy a movie. Here it is.
Yeah, because I literally don't know anything about Hawk Girl, Isabella Merced's Hawk Girl. She was cool. I don't know anything about Green Lantern. I know nothing about the Engineer. I know nothing about Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know these characters at all.
Yeah.
And you don't need to just enjoy them and have a good time watching this. I mean, now I'm excited to like see these, you know, like spin-offs and sequels and whatnot with these characters, because now I got like a taste of who they are.
Yeah.
But you don't need to like be a DC nerd to go and enjoy this. Which like kind of gives DC that edge that Marvel's lacking right now.
Right.
Is that I think we talked about this before, and I think a lot of podcasts have, but I mean, Marvel's great, but they're just kind of going through this thing where like you've got to watch every freaking project and everything to like know fully what's going on.
Right.
Like you can't really just put on a Marvel show or a Marvel movie right now that are like the newer stuff and have a full idea of what's going on unless you've seen XYZ. Yeah. Whereas this is just, you know, it's revamping DC. Yeah. It's just nice to see something new, fresh, like fun, interesting characters. It's nice. It's giving DC that kind of edge against Marvel. Yeah. And I'm sure James Gunn is loving that. Yeah. Kind of giving a little bit of the middle finger to like, well, this is kind of what you're missing.
A Green Lantern middle finger. Yeah. That's for sure. This has to be the clip right here. Yeah. Yeah, agreed. I mean, he has the advantage to where DC and Warner Brothers hit the reset button. And you know what's so funny is so many people bitched and moaned about the Snyderverse. It's gone. And now everybody's like, oh, bring it back. You know, it's like you just can't win at the end of the day. So they do have that advantage now by hitting the reset button to where even B, she's like, I don't know a lot of this stuff that's going on. And we're like, we don't know a lot of these characters either. You know, this is a brand new DC. So it's a brand new day. So now new fans, old fans, young fans, whatever it may be, can go into this and be like, great, what is next? Yeah. Like we're watching kind of the beginnings of the MCU when the MCU first started with Iron Man. And
I read today that basically the plan with DC is to do 2 movies and 2 shows a year.
Yep. Quality over quantity.
It seems like a decent pace. I just hope they don't feel obligated to like I wouldn't care if we just get 1 movie, 1 show a year. Right. That's fine. It's quality over quantity. For sure, but that seems like a good kind of pace to things.
And that's as far as the DCEU. Now they still have the DC Elseworlds with the Batman 2 coming out. We don't know if we're going to get another Penguin show. They would like to do one, but that's up in the air. So there's a lot of stuff on the side that Warner Brothers and DC is still going to do. But as far as the DCEU, the plan is 2 movies and 2 shows a year, which I can handle that. Yeah. I'm good.
I think like kind of further up the agenda, I think is Supergirl and a Mr. Terrific show, I believe, is like what's rumored right now, which
Supergirl, they're definitely, I think they're already done filming that, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's why she made by the way, spoilers ahead as always, made that cameo at the end.
It was a funny cameo.
Yeah.
I loved it. It got me. She has like 2 minutes of screen time at the end, but I'm excited to see her because she obviously has a way different personality than Superman.
Yes.
Very like immature, like, funny.
She's I just turned 21.
Yes.
Supergirl.
Yeah.
Party Supergirl, it seems like. And Millie, I think it's Alcock, was fantastic in the first season of House of the Dragon. So I can't wait to see her interpretation of that.
Yeah,
so,
she's funny. And Crypto.
Can we talk about Crypto?
We need to talk about Crypto.
We have yet to. I'm surprised. I thought like we were going to get 5 minutes in.
I love
Come on now.
James Gunn knows how to do animals
100%.
and make you, love them, adore them. I mean, obviously we saw that in Guardians with Rocket, though Rocket would punch me if he heard me say that because he's not a raccoon. And then with Guardians of the Galaxy 3, just self-explanatory, just destruction over being attached to those animals in that movie. This one is way, spoiler, Crypto does not die. So he's just a goofy, really aggressively strong, just clueless
it's
dog.
like puppy Crypto.
When he kind of saves Superman and this and that, it's by accident or like, so he's just a very endearing puppy. Yeah. And you don't have to, worry about anything happening like in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He's there throughout and then ends up being Supergirl. It turns out, because you kind of you're wondering how Crypto and Superman are attached, because he says like this is like a foster situation, and we're like, okay. And you at the very end,
where's my dog?
Yeah, Supergirl comes in getting her dog back after she's partied on a planet with a red sun that will allow her to be drunk.
Yes. Shout outs to Supergirl.
Yeah. Excited for Supergirl and all these characters.
Oh, can't wait. So, every film, again, not perfect. And I mean, what film truly is? I mean, this one is up there as far as just a great film, good times. And my gripes are very, very minimal. This didn't deter from the film at all. Would I love to have seen Crypto and Superman kick a little bit more ass? Yes. This was probably the most vulnerable Superman we've seen. I mean, literally the movie starts off with him getting his ass kicked. But and I'm sure they're saving it. You don't want to unleash it all at once, right? Like, we're going to get Superman in the future that is going to be kicking some major ass. I like to compare it to when we finally see Darth Vader kick ass in Rogue One. And that took, I don't even know how many years to happen for us to actually see Darth Vader truly, truly just wipe out people on the reg. So, would I love to have seen that, but I understand where they're coming from, and, don't give us everything all at once. I did think that Hawk Girl was a little corny when it came to the actual, like,
I don't know anything about Hawk Girl, but I will say my friend Juan, who's just like the most nerdiest comic book nerd, like knows everything about it. And especially he's a big DC guy. Yeah. He said he loved Hawk Girl. Like he loved like her death screech of death. Like he obviously was like familiar with that being a thing. Yeah. Because I also found it I told him like I found it a little silly.
Yeah. It was cheesy.
He loved it and he's a big fan. So it must
fit. There you go.
It must fit for her character. But she was cool. Yeah. I mean, I like her like ball spear.
Yeah.
Or
spiky I would have loved to have seen this Green Lantern kick a little bit more ass, but the scene he's in is great.
No, Green Lantern's
Mr.
awesome.
Terrific. Again, he almost steals the movie in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Can't wait to see what's next. I don't want to butcher his name, but you know me. I mean, I'm about to change my name to Bill the Butcher as much as I butcher people's names on this show. I feel like it's Eddie Gathegi.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully I'm right, Eddie. If not, I'm sorry. Let's see what else. So one thing I did not like though was, as much as I enjoyed Brantley Cooper playing Superman's dad, was the whole message thing being decoded to where they sent his son down to Earth to pretty much rule Earth. I still feel like Lex Luthor just put a bunch of bullshit on it and faked it,
I
but
don't think so. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's possible. We don't really know too much about that. Besides,
Yeah.
it was just the video got messed up.
yeah.
When he came to Earth. I think, I think it. I don't think Lex Luthor did it. I think
Yeah.
that is
And maybe that was the case. It was just an interesting take for sure on that, but it also played very well. And I
Yeah,
don't
to the
want to ruin
end
this,
and-
but at the end, you see something change, and it played great, to be quite honest with you. So you're right. I think you're right. I don't think Lex Luthor, now that I think about it, because of the way it ended, yeah, I take that back. So at first I was like, no, come on. They didn't send them down here to rule over us per se. But it's also one of those messages to where it doesn't matter, at the end of the day, our kids are going to do whatever they want to do. You're not subject.
Not born evil. You're not
Right.
born any certain way. It seemed when you get the glimpse of Superman's parents and the way they are, you can tell just by their little moments and scenes that they love him so unconditionally and have raised him to love everybody.
Yeah.
And so that was obviously Superman loves everybody, and he's punk rock in that way because he was brought up that way, and that's one of his core values. And he wasn't, it just proves that even though his real parents sent him with the mission of conquer and destroy, be king.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that had to be his destiny. He kind of made it himself.
Yeah.
So that was a really cool message, and made for a great ending as well, with the change and everything you see with the song Punk Rocker. That song used to me made up for not having a heavy soundtrack. It didn't need to have a heavy soundtrack.
No.
So that last song was just, there's not a more perfect song they could have used for this movie and for the characters.
As I was smiling the whole time, my smile went even bigger when that song came on.
It was great.
Besides that, the mid-credit scene was cute with him and Crypto.
Yeah.
I did think the post-credit scene was trash, if I'm being honest, with him and Mr. Terrific, where they're looking at
it was a little pointless.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I wanted a little bit more from that. So that's really my biggest gripe, is the post-credit scene, wasn't good.
It
But
wasn't
we've gone
needed.
through a lot of
Just wasn't
MCU
needed.
post-credit scenes that have been terrible. So you know what, you gotta pass on this. Yeah, it definitely didn't seem needed. It was a little confusing, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, that's my take on it. So Jordan, what do you grade the film as a thunderstorm's rolling in?
I'd give it I'm going to give it a 4.7 out of 5 stars.
Woo!
I just enjoyed it that much.
Yeah.
It's definitely I'm going to buy this movie on DVD, and it's going to be a good feel good movie to put on whenever I just want to watch something fun and a little mindless at times and just feel good. It's just, it gets that grade just based on, it's a great movie, great cast, great writing. It's not like a Scorsese film or it's not dark, which I know I've said in a podcast before, I much prefer superhero movies that are darker. That's what got me into the Batman. I loved the Penguin, and Logan is one of my favorite superhero movies ever. Also very dark. But that just proves again that I guess you can love both. This is not, this is polar opposite to the Batman.
Yeah.
Very tonally different.
Yep.
But it's just, just off. It was just, I don't know. It just felt great to watch, and I'm sure it was awesome to make. And they knew it was just going to be a fun movie. And I really appreciate that. We'll have fun rewatching it, I'm sure.
Goodness gracious. I couldn't have said it better myself. A big part that comes to my grading scale, we do it out of 5 stars, is rewatchability, right? Sometimes there's just movies that are dumb fun that get 3 stars, but if it's on TV, I'll watch it, or, even 2.5. I'll watch it again, and just, whether if it's white noise in the background or whatever. This one, just like she said, I still collect Blu-rays and DVDs, and so does she. I can't wait to buy this and see all the behind-the-scenes stuff. We talk about behind-the-scenes stuff all the time here because we love seeing how stuff gets made, especially because we love the industry. So cannot wait to get the Blu-ray or 4K for this.
Yeah. Did you see the Steelbook already?
Oh, they already have a drawing for what it's going to look like?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's like his cave, like his ice cave is like the whole thing.
Oh,
it's like icy
Fortress
blue
of Solitude
Steelbook 4K.
Nice.
We'll be purchasing that.
Yes. It's unfortunate cannot get it at Best Buy anymore. So it looks like Walmart it is, or Amazon. But I will give it a 4.8, which is one of my highest scores. And again, it's just going into the movie, no expectations, not trying to compare it to anything. Yes, I've collected Superman comics, and everybody has their vision of what it's supposed to be. And there's a lot of different versions of Superman. There's the quirky, goofy one. There's the serious one. There's the Injustice one, the Snyderverse one. If you're looking for a movie to just enjoy and feel good and not think about any agendas or anything else like that, and especially a superhero movie that you can enjoy with the family, this is it. Mm-hmm. This is it 1,000%. So, as we mentioned, can't wait to see it again. Would love to see it in IMAX. Big shout outs to James Gunn and the entire crew and staff. Y'all did a phenomenal job on this. Can't wait to see what the future holds for the new DCEU. That's about it on my end. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Yeah, let me take. We're good. So that's gonna do it for this episode of Zero Dark Nerdy. Again, big thank you to our sponsors out there, Scotty the Body Springer, for all of your DJ and entertainment needs for corporate events, weddings, and more. You can find him at topropeentertainment.com. Again, that's Top Rope. Think about wrestling. Entertainment.com. Sailfish Comics, 3 locations in the Carolinas, Greensboro, Concord, and of course Winston-Salem. Let's not forget about where we saw Superman at, right down the road, Golden Ticket Cinemas. Of course, all the wonderful bars and restaurants that we host our game nights and trivias at. Be sure to follow our website, popculturepodcast.com, courtesy of our good friends at Zibster, for all of our game nights, events, pop culture news, notes, and more. And if you're on Facebook and you just want to know where we're going to be at Monday through Friday, we did start a new page recently called Greensboro Game Nights and Events. So, on behalf of Baby Knife here, this is your boy El Nino, and we'll see you next time.